KVUE News at 5 starts right now.
And good evening to you at 5 and welcome in. Right now, federal and local investigators are still piecing together the circumstances of Sunday morning's mass shooting in downtown Austin.
2 people were killed and 14 others injured when a man opened fire on the patio of Buford Sports Bar on West 6th Street just before 2 a.m. Sunday. Austin police officers shot and killed the gunman. And as investigators look into a possible tie to terrorism, we're now learning the names of the victims who were killed. We have team coverage for you this evening. KVUE's Adam Bennett and Daniel Gomez will join us in just a few minutes. But let's begin with Jessica Cha, who heard from APD today and joins us live from near Buford's bar. Jessica.
Well, Mark, Austin police released the names of the 2 people who were killed in yesterday's shooting. 21-year-old Safita Sean, who was a UT student, and 19-year-old Ryder Harrington, who was an old Texas Tech student. And Police Chief Lisa Davis says another person who was shot yesterday may be taken off of life support today. Now, Chief Davis also said that they're working to identify a motive. But this is a complex case involving multiple local and federal agencies, and officers are talking to more than 150 witnesses, but they're working on finding out more information. Mayor Kirk Watson says as the city processes this tragedy, he's proud to see people showing such compassion for each other.
We are all mourning together and grieving as a group, but we're seeing tremendous compassion and love coming out of the people of Austin. And so I urge everyone at this moment of trauma to reach out to each other and take care of each other. And take care of our home. Be with each other. While this is a dark moment, our people are creating a lot of light in Austin, Texas. And what we do for each other matters.
Chief Davis says APD is working to open a family resource center in response to the shooting. She says they're getting many calls and messages from people who have been affected. And UT President Jim Davis issued a new statement today saying that a number of students were also injured in this shooting. Now, he says he's met with the families of those students and the university will continue to provide counseling to those who were impacted. Mark and Ashley.
Thank you, Jessica. Well, KVUE senior reporter Tony Flohetsky is here with us now. And Tony, we didn't learn many more details about the investigation itself from police today during that news conference. So I want you to bring us up to speed about what APD has said about a possible motive and, the nature of this shooting.
That is part of the investigation. But one of the things that did come to light today is that authorities confirmed that these guns purchased by the gunman were legally purchased in San Antonio in 2017. That is one of the major facts that they revealed earlier today. But as for the investigation itself, in addition, as we've been reporting since yesterday, they were collecting thousands of hours of video from throughout the area, and they are still going through that video as we speak this evening. And in addition to that, they are still trying to access and comb through personal electronic devices and computers that belong to the shooter so that they can determine who he may have been communicating with in the weeks, hours, and days leading up to the shooting. And in addition to that, what types of things he may have been researching before carrying out this bloodshed.
And Tony, we also learned from investigators that they're interviewing about 150 witnesses or people who may be connected to this horrible tragedy that happened early Sunday morning. But in the coming days, it might be tougher for us to learn more details about this, correct?
So as we have described, the FBI is working collaboratively with the Austin Police Department. But at the same time, the FBI is taking something more of a leadership role when it comes to the alleged or possibility of a terrorist attack. That is something that the FBI is really investigating within its ranks, but at the same time, Austin Police has a very expansive investigation itself. They are looking into the actions of its officers and, of course, trying to do everything they can for the families of these victims as well. So a hand-in-hand investigation by the feds and the Austin Police Department.
Yeah, so much more to learn as the days go on.
Absolutely.
All right, Tony, we thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Well, the owner of Buford's, Bob Woody, released a statement this morning. It reads in part, quote, "I would like to give my condolences to all the families affected by this tragedy. I cannot explain the sorrow we feel or imagine the pain these folks are going through. To the families of the victims, my thoughts and prayers go out to you.
It goes on to say, quote, I have been in communication with APD, the FBI, and TABC. All have been helpful and very supportive. Wednesday, I will have a debriefing with my staff. The FBI will provide grief counseling services for them, end quote.
Well, the shooting is prompting conversation among Austin leaders about safety downtown moving forward. KVUE's
Adam Bennett joining us here. And Adam, we are just 10 days out from the start of South by Southwest, and that has to be top of mind for anyone who's in law enforcement that addresses the Austin area.
It sure is, Mark. It's almost here. And you talk about South by Southwest, that brings hundreds of thousands of people here to downtown, including to venues like the one behind me. But today, Police Chief Lisa Davis said that at this point, what happened yesterday, that horrible mass shooting, is not impacting their preparation plans for South by Southwest. She says she is confident that APD will be able to help put on a safe event with the resources that they currently have. Now, today we also spoke with Austin City Councilmember Zoe Caudry. He says that he has also reached out to South by Southwest organizers. Caudry's district covers downtown. He credited a partnership with police and paramedics in the entertainment district with helping save lives during yesterday's mass shooting. Those officers and those paramedics responded in less than a minute.
I would love for it to expand, right? I mean, I don't want to see another mass shooting. I never thought I would see a mass shooting in Austin, let alone happen in the district. But the fact that it did happen, but we had the program in place, you know, I mean, yeah, I would 100% champion to expand it.
Now today, Chief Davis also praised the active shooter training from the Alert Center at Texas State University in San Marcos. She says there is no doubt, in her words, that preparation and the coordinated response with EMS saved lives. Now, the chief said that Austin Police will share more details about their plans for South by Southwest next Thursday at a news conference. By the way, that is the same day that festival is set to begin. Ashley.
Adam, thank you. The University of Texas also increased patrols in and around campus in response to the shooting. University President Jim Davis says officers will be able to provide support, answer questions, and respond to concerns day and night. And as Jessica Cha mentioned, UT is providing counseling. You can call UT's crisis line. The number is at the bottom of your screen there, 512-471-2255. Faculty and staff can also use the university's Employee Assistance Program for support.
Well, as Austinites grapple with the weight of this mass shooting, some are giving what they can to continue saving lives. KVUE's Daniel Gomez is at a blood drive right outside of City Hall. And Daniel, it's wrapping up at this point, but you spoke with those who are donating today.
Yeah, Mark, but let me just mention, you know, that there are still people to give blood because we are blood who put together this last minute drive. They didn't have enough staff to accommodate everyone that came out. Just take a look at the crowd right behind me. This is everybody who was able to sign up before the 3 p.m. cutoff. Everyone here really wanted to help out in any way they can. Donating blood was something they said at the very least they could do today. But there was one donor I caught up with whose gift is deeply personal. Harper Lewis will forever be changed by a night out with friends.
We were having such a fun day. We had just been kind of hopping around places.
She ended up at Buford's Sunday morning when gunfire broke out as the bar was set to close for the night.
And we were right by the entrance, about to walk out when it all happened.
She was on the phone with her parents. Here's what her father, William, recalls.
We just honestly heard screaming and loud background noise, and she wasn't able to talk.
Now, with more than a day gone by, Harper's grateful to have her parents by her side.
I was so relieved. I called them during it because I knew if I could speak to anyone, I wanted to talk to my parents.
She rolls up her sleeve along with other Austinites, giving what they can to continue saving lives.
She was insistent upon it. I mean, it was the first thing that we were going to do today.
Nick Canedo with We Are Blood says donations are always appreciated, now more than ever.
Throughout all of Sunday, we sent out over 150 donations, 150 blood products to be able to meet the needs of the gunshot victims of the violence on Saturday. So right now it's about replenishing the supply and bringing the community together.
Selena Shia worked with Canedo to put this last-minute blood drive together because the work for her never ends. She was part of the emergency response at Buford's. Shia and other emergency workers from the scene felt it important to do everything they can.
I think now everybody, and you can see how many people here want to give back to the community, and so they want to figure out if they can do anything. That's why a lot of paramedics are here.
William's heart goes out to any parent in his position or worse, but seeing how strong his daughter Harper is in the wake of trauma.
We're very proud of her. Yeah, we are.
And for Harper,
During it, we all felt so helpless, the people who were there and the people who heard about it after. So I think if there's one thing people can do, it's to come here and help and donate blood.
never forgetting the true spirit of being an Austinite, even in the face of tragedy. Now, if you couldn't come out today, We Are Blood is encouraging everyone to try to find time this week to donate if you can. They say that all blood types are welcome, but they could use some more negative type blood because that is considered to be the universal donor. Live in downtown Austin, Daniel Gomez, KVUE News.
Daniel, thank you. Austin first responders say they're in communication with leaders at Waymo after video shows one of the company's autonomous vehicles blocking an ambulance on a side street near the scene early Sunday morning. An Austin police officer got into the vehicle to try and move it. EMS Chief Robert Luckritz was asked about the holdup during today's news conference.
We were on scene within 57 seconds, and so in the grand scheme of the impact on the overall incident, we don't believe it had any impact on patient outcomes. I will say that we're already in touch with Waymo and the autonomous vehicles to give them our concerns and work with them in order to try to address this moving forward.
Representatives with Waymo declined to give KVUE a statement on the record about the situation.
Earlier today, Governor Greg Abbott addressed this weekend shooting during an event at the governor's mansion. He told reporters the investigation is ongoing and the FBI is working with state agencies to investigate. Right now, he says the primary goal is figuring out whether or not the suspect was working alone.
As long as this war is going on, we need to be safe against potential attacks like what happened in Austin, Texas this past weekend. The investigation is right now is whether or not this was a lone wolf operation or whether or not there was any connection with anybody else.
Governor also praised the quick actions of law enforcement and medics, saying the workers saved lives in the process. Backlash over the war with Iran after U.S.-Israeli airstrikes kill more than 150 school children and the country's supreme leader.
Iran vowing revenge as Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth defends this new military action.
After less than a half inch of rain for all of the month of February, we are desperately looking for some rain to help out with our drought conditions. And finally, some could be on the way. Rain chances